In this lecture, we will describe about the verbs, its types and usage. Introduction to the verbs. The verb come from the Latin verbum meaning a word. A verb is a word that is used to express an action or state. Verbs are the pillars of the English language that provide action, life and vitality in sentence. Action, life and vitality. For the production of an engagement in our creative writing, we must know about the verbs and their types. In this tutorial, we will discuss about the types of verbs and their correct usage. This will be very helpful in your creative writing skills especially. Now we'll describe about the types of verbs. First one is the action verbs. The verbs that suggest or express an action are called action verbs. These are two types of action verbs. Transitive verbs are verbs that indicate an action that passes over from the doer or subject to another. For example, she writes a letter. I pluck a flower. Intransitive verb, a verb that denotes an action that doesn't pass over an object or which expresses a state or being. For example, she smiles. This action will be not passed. The boy weeps. Second one is the regular verbs. Those words which have whose simple past and past participle are found by adding ed or ed to infinitive forms. Third one is the irregular verbs. Those words which have whose simple past and past participle are not found by adding ed or d to infinitive form are called regular verbs. They are not in predictable form. Fourth one is the linking verbs. A verb that provides information about the subject such as condition or relationship is called a linking verb. For example, is, are, am, was, were, seem, become and feel. Lily was absent from the class. I am satisfied. Fifth one is the helping verbs. These verbs work in conjunctions with the main verb to express nouns such as tense, mood, voice, act. These are also called auxiliary verbs. For example, have, had, will, can, could, shall, should, may and must. Modal verbs. The verb that express necessity, possibility, ability or obligation are the modal of verbs. These add depth to your writing. Example, can, could, shall, should, will, would, may, might and must. Dynamic verbs. The verbs that show an actual action, expression or process done by subjects. Example, I buy a new shirt. Wilson count the oranges. Static verbs. The verbs describe the conditions or states of the subjects. For example, I prefer oranges to apples. Phrasal verbs. A phrasal verb is formed by the following combinations: verb plus adverb, verb plus prepositions, or it may be a verb plus proposition plus adverbs. Example, give up to quite, get by to survive. Conclusion. Verbs are the backbone of effective writing. The verb is a limiting reactant of a sentence structure because with the verb there is no sentence. If the verb is not present in a sentence, it will be not completed. By knowing the verbs and their various types, you will be able to enhance your writing skills and create valuable and appealing content. Thank you. Like, share and subscribe our channel.